Okay, so last time we got to look at the underworld, Hades or Pluto, and Persephone or Proserpina, to use her Latin name. In this story, we're going to learn about how Persephone or Proserpina ended up in the underworld. Ceres et Proserpina. Ceres est dea fruminti et frugum omnium. Ceres is the goddess of grain and of all crops. Quae in agris crescunt, which grow in fields, et ab agricolis metuntur, and are harvested by farmers. Notice metuntur has just one U in there between the T and the ending. Metuunter, or metuunt, would be from metuo metuere, to fear, but this is from meto metere, to reap or harvest. That is, to cut grain stalks off. Okay? So, cum primum maturae videntur esse, when first they seem to be ripe or mature, and that is speaking of the crops, the fruges. Ipsa hominibus semina largita est, she herself generously bestowed, largita est, or perhaps just gave generously, seeds, semina, to human beings, hominibus. Atque monstravit, and she showed, quomodo in agros pagarent, accererent, how they should be scattered into fields and planted. Ut terra magnam frumenti copiam ferret, in order that the land should bear a great supply of grain. That is a purpose clause. Okay, let's see. That's Orpheus. All right, homines magni aestima verunt. The people valued greatly. Magni is literally a genitive. It's a genitive of value. They esteemed it of great worth. Illud dei beneficium, that kindness or favor of the goddess. And I'll put that all together. The people valued that favor of the goddess greatly. Okay, and this, of course, is the favor of teaching them how to do agriculture. Quo maxima laetitia affecti sunt, by means of which they were affected with greatest joy. Cum viderint se, when they saw that they, agros colendo, by tilling or cultivating fields, non solum facilius liberos et uxores quotidiae allere, not only nurtured or fed their children and wives more easily day by day or daily, verum etiam, but also tantam fruminti copiam colligere posse, they were able to collect so great a supply of grain, ut aliis hominibus venderent, that they might sell it to other people, aut cum aliis mercibus ad vitam necessariis commutarent, or exchange it, commutarent, with other goods, cum aliis mercibus, necessary for life, necessariis ad vitam. Okay, and now we get to the key story. That was just a little background about Ceres. Ceres, her Greek name is Demeter. Olim Proserpina, once Proserpina, and of course this is Persephone, Cereris filia Virgo, the daughter of Ceres, an unmarried woman, cum aliis puellis in campis Siciliae laeta erabat, when she was wandering, once she was wandering with other girls in the fields of Sicily, happy, ludens, playing, et aut violas, aut candida lilia carpens, and either picking, carpens, violets or white lilies, calathos axinum eo concilio implebat, she filled her baskets and her lap with with that plan. She filled her baskets and her lap, We could even say with that idea, and then that idea is going to be explained by the following ut clause. Ut caeteras amicas flores collegindo vincerent. In order that she might beat the rest of her friends in collecting flowers. Okay? So that was her idea, eo concilio. Apud lacum crebat amuinum, quim pulcherrima puella cingebat, novis foliis modo vestita. She was running beside a charming lake, which a most beautiful forest surrounded. Most beautiful forest, silva, vestita, clothed, just now, modo, with new leaves. Now, that's a bit of a metaphor to say it's clothed with new leaves, but you get the idea. Aves canentes ver nuntiabant. The singing birds announced spring. Et sol clara sua luce, and the sun with its own clear or bright light, omnia ita illustrabat, illuminated everything in such a way, and now here we have a result clause, ut nullum periculum puellis ludentibus impendere videretur, that no danger seemed to be impending for the playing girls. At Pluto rex et deus inferorum, but Pluto, the king and god of the lands below, or the people below, we might say, the inferi, or the dead down below, cum fortes per superas terras, curo suo vectus eraret, when by chance he was wandering through the upper lands, the lands above, carried in his chariot, simul ac proserpinam in campis flores carpentem conspexit, as soon as he sighted Persephone picking flowers in the fields, subito tanto eius amore affectus, suddenly affected by such great love for her. Certainly he was affected by such great love for her. Notice affectus as two-word perfect passive. All right, and now we're going to go into a result clause. Ut, that, eam secum in loca subterra sita ducere constitueret. That he decided, constitueret, to lead or bring her, ducere eam, with him, secum, into the places situated beneath the earth. Now, of course, this is his realm. According to the normal version of this, the earth just kind of breaks open and he takes the chariot down through the crack into the underworld. Sine morra eam rapuit, without delay he snatched her. Quae terita, who, frightened, et matrem et amicas clamans vocabat, shouting out, called both her mother and her friends. Cum vero, but when? Se ex Dei brachiis liberare coneretur, omnes flores quos collegerat, atque insinu tenebat, scisis vestibus sparsisunt. When she was trying to free herself from the arms of the god, all the flowers which she had collected and was holding in her lap, in sinu, with her clothing having been cut or ripped, okay, because she's being snatched away there, were scattered, sparsi sunt. So the sparsi sunt refers to the flowers, right? All the flowers which she had collected were scattered, because they basically, he grabbed her and put her into the thing. She's trying to get away from him, and at some point her clothing rips and the flowers fall out of where she has them. Now, if you remember, I'm translating in sinu as in her lap, but the sinus is a curve or fold in its most literal sense. And here we're talking about how she probably had a palla or a shawl of some type on, and she had it kind of making a makeshift pocket there, and it just got ripped, and so all the flowers fell out of it. Okay, deum quoque orabat. She also begged the god, ut sibi parceret, that he should spare her, atque se ad matram suam redire sineret, and that he should allow her to return to her mother. Postquam vero, but after, vidit Plutonem nullum verbum respondere, she saw that Pluto was responding no word, that is to say, he didn't say anything back. Sed iter ad loca infera pergere, but was continuing his journey to the lower places, the lands below. Cum iam vitam desperaret, when she, or since she now despaired at her life, that is to say, she thought she might die. Id unum oravit, she begged this one thing alone. Ne nimi saewe se occideret, that he not too cruelly or fiercely kill her. Cui Deus ille ridens, to whom that God laughing or smiling says, you understand, from inquit below. Quid ais, what are you saying? O pulcherrima virgo, O most beautiful young woman, non solum nullum a me maleficium patieris, not only will you suffer no evil, no bad deed from me, sed etiam regnabis mecum, you will also rule with me, apud inferos, among the people below, among the dead, in other words, neque misera erit vita tua, nor will your life be miserable. Ego enim te tam multum amo, for I love you so much, ut tantum laetitia animum tuum afficere cupiam, that I desire to affect your mind let me say it this way. Tantum is only, so that I desire only to affect your mind with joy. Okay? His verbis, by means of these words, Pluto per territam virginem consolatus est. Pluto consoled the terrified young woman. Agens dende curum, then driving the chariot, equis celeriter currentibus, with the horses running quickly, ad locum pervenit, he arrived at the place, ubi terra sceptro percussa, where the earth, stricken by his scepter, se aperuit, opened itself up, ut iis viam ad inferos faceret, that in order that he might make a way for them to the people below, to the dead. All right, well, that will conclude the first part of this section 2, and we'll have another video lesson on the next.